What's good, everybody? So, like I told y'all, Gyro Bowls or Gyro Bowls. So I got my pan. She's at about medium low now. I had to turn it down because I started it a little ahead of time by accident. But she's not burning. She's good. So ingredients. I'm gonna add calamari olives because I don't know. I like them. They taste good. If y'all don't like them, leave them out. You know. I got Roma tomato. I like Roma a little bit better for stuff like this because, like I told you guys in the past, they're a little bit less on the acid. So they're, easier on the stomach a little bit. I got cucumber, of course, my little PUE ones, the Persian cucumbers. Get those at, what the heck's their name? Patel Brothers, right here in Nashville on Daniel Webster Highway. They have the Persian cucumbers. They're a lot more pungent with the cucumber flavor, and they're freaking awesome. I don't know. I'm just addicted to them now. And this little setup I got here, you see the paper towel and it's a little wet. What this is doing, I got diced onion in there. The moist paper towel, you don't have to keep it on there like that. You can keep it next to it, or you can keep it next to you while you're cutting up your onion. It helps with the sulfur in the air, so it doesn't make you cry. I think I told you guys about that. I'm not too sure, but hey, we always go over everything again, just so that way there you guys know, and I remember to tell you. So yeah, I got some tools out, the Pee-wee tongs. Oh boy, the nose pickers. No, I'm kidding. So I got the rice in here. The rice is lemon, whatever much you want for lemon juice. You can whole lemon, 2 lemons, tree, 4, maybe 5, I don't know, 2 tree, maybe 4. Whatever you guys like. You can add lemon zest or not. Garlic, salt, pepper, of course. I used Vidalia onion because they say to do it in a pan. So you saute the Vidalia onion with some good extra virgin olive oil. Get your fresh garlic in there, salt, pepper. Get your onions cooked down to the translucent. Get that going, and then you add your washed rice and soaked, if you have to. You put the rice in the pan and you get it to start to toast a little bit. What that will do is it'll bring out a little bit of a nutty flavor. This is Greek lemon rice. So there's not very much lemon in the lamb that I got in the fridge. I'll pull that out in a second because we had to grind that down. I added rosemary, salt, pepper, garlic, and like half a shallot as I was grinding it. Just, keep those flavors going, build your layers and build your layers of flavor, Yeah, so that's the lemon rice. All the ingredients that go with the bowl. I did have some leftover ground lamb, but I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment with that, with the rest of this, probably tomorrow. I don't know if I record it. I might go live. I don't know. It might be fun to go live again. But yeah, guys. So the grinder that I think I told you guys I bought, it's pretty cool. Where's the bowl? Did I pull it out? No. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I got to get the bowl. So this grinder is pretty cool. It comes with 1 or 2 bowls. I opted to get 2. Stainless steel. You see it's got a little nub on the inside. This is where the cool part comes in. So it has a dual blade setup, just like a food processor. And this is the dual blades. And the only thing I don't really care for is it's a little sketchy when you're trying to put this thing together. But I mean, just be careful, because these blades are sharp. And that goes like that. This goes in the bowl. It does come with a rubber piece, but that rubber piece is in the dishwasher right now because I got it a little dirty with the ground meat. Don't want to have that out and whatnot. So I'm going to wash this bowl because this stuff is dirty. But this is the cover. And the cover goes on and locks in with the little handles. And then this guy is the motor. And it has like a nice little hang handle so you can hang it somewhere or whatever. But this guy goes, there's nubs on the inside of the cover. Here, I'll show you real quick. So there's nubs on the inside of the cover. Oops, there we go. And those nubs lock in with these four. The only thing I really didn't care for is with the blade, it's kind of loose. Like there's nothing that's inserted here to keep it stable, but I guess I just figured that out because it's spring loaded. I'm a meathead. Get it? Meat grinder, meathead. No. Anyways, so it's spring loaded, I guess. I just figured that out. So you put this, it locks in, and bang. You got 3 different speeds, low, medium, and high. It works really good. And you can get a fine, a medium, or a coarse grind. And pretty much you can use this for whatever. It's glorified food processor, but you can use it for meat, which I thought was pretty cool. And I got it on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. The brand, that's the brand. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. But that's the brand I got. It's pretty cool. I like it. So far, so good for the first use. So yeah, guys, that's what I used. Rice cooker, Kashari, thanks to Sean O'Brien and Ann Valero. That's what they have. Yeah, and I saw how it cooked. I saw how it sauteed. You can actually slow cook. I think I've explained it to you before. Sorry, I'm repeating myself, but that's all right. We get stuff to talk about because this one's kind of a quickie. So yeah, guys, I love that thing. It's Kasori or Kasari brand. I like it. Right behind the camera, I got the dehydrator. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I got that going. I got some more tomatoes in there for tomato powder. I did do something pretty cool I think a few days ago. I'll grab it. Portobello mushrooms. So I dehydrated some of these just to see how it would go and, you know, get time and temperature down. I seem to have gotten it pretty good. It's still semi-powdery, which is what I wanted. I didn't want it too powdery. I didn't want fine. Good English. Fine powder. So I kind of did a little coarse, kind of like I would do with the black pepper and whatnot. But I got an experiment for this that I might do in the next week or so, which will be cool. It's going to be an Italian meal. I haven't done Italian, I don't think, yet. Oh, I might have. Who cares? I'm going to do an Italian with this. The mushroom, it's going to have truffle oil in it. I might use the tomato powder. I might mix the two. Don't know. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to have to try to experiment during the week with it. I think that would be another cool plus. The rest of the lamb that I have, that I ground up, what I'm thinking about doing is turning it into almost like what they call a kofta over in the Middle East. And pretty much it's a kebab. And what they do is they take their meat, they grind it up to like a coarse grind. They actually use 2 knives to chop their meat. And they'll throw that in the bowl with garlic, salt, pepper, garam masala or something. If you're in Morocco, they'll use haras sanud. Turkey, they'll use a Turkish spice blend. Obviously, you know, different countries got their own stuff. But what they do is they take long skewers, the kebab skewers, but they're fat. They're like that wide. They'll take a ball of the meat and they'll put it in. And then what they do is they take their hand and they do this down it to kind of like flatten it out. And then they throw it over charcoal, not on the grates of the grill or anything. They remove those and use the skewers as like support to cook the meat. And they're constantly flipping it. Reason being is if they don't, the meat will fall off. And on a plus side of that, as they're flipping, they're taking those juices that are coming to the bottom and they're flipping it, and it's going right back over the meat. So they're pretty much sealing in all that good flavor. So with the ground lamb, I'm thinking about doing that in the pan taking the rest of these ingredients, maybe some feta, maybe some other stuff, turn it into a wrap. I think that would be pretty cool. Instead of like, you know, just the regular pita. That could be sometimes a pain in the ass if you're on the go. You know, if you want to meal prep, you can make these things ahead of time, stuff them in the fridge, and it'd be kind of like a Euro salad with a little bit of meat. You can extend the meat and throw chickpeas in there. Just ideas I'm throwing at you guys, you know. But yeah, let me go grab these meatballs. We'll pull them out of the fridge. You do want to make sure you, we'll go over, actually, you know what, we'll go over that real quick. So to make the meatballs, what I do is you got to keep your meat cold. If you don't keep your meat cold, the meatballs will start to fall apart on you. They won't shape right and whatnot. So you always got to keep your meat cold. You know, lube your hands when you're making or touching your balls. Oh God, here we go. Comic relief. Anyways, I'm gonna try to keep it G. So anyways, you lube up your hands and you grab some of your meat and you start making your balls. This is gonna be a good one. So anyways, you know, you gotta keep your balls, you know, decent size. Here we go. You know, I did make off some smaller ones, you know. The ladies don't like those ones. They, you know, they think they kind of like these ones. I'm probably going to get monetized for this video on Facebook. I really don't care. This is why I like doing this stuff with you guys, you know. Got to get that comic relief in there. But anyways, guys, so I got the pan, like I told you, at about medium low. You don't want the pan too hot because you don't want to burn these things. You can keep them on top of the stove and cook them, and I'll show you how. I did forget a piece of my pan in the cabinet, but I can show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. Yeah, so let's get them in there. Lamb. It is a tricky meat. Very tricky meat. If not cooked properly, it can get extremely gamey. So you pretty much can cook your lamb like steak. Like, you know, how I think I showed you guys how to cook duck. If I haven't showed you guys, comment, please. How to cook duck. If I haven't, please tell me and I will. But yeah, it's a red meat, and you can pretty much cook it like steak. You know, you gotta, you know, rare, medium rare, all that good stuff. Yeah, pan needs to come up a little bit. So I think we're gonna go on like almost a full, pretty close to a full medium with the heat. But yeah, lamb, if you overcook it, like I said, it's gonna get really gamey. If you're doing a roast, get a thermometer, please. It'll help you. Thermometers are your best friend. I got a good brand. This is the one I use for now. I am going to get one that I can stuff in the oven when I'm doing a roast. ThermPro, they're pretty good. They're all over Amazon. This is my third one. They don't break. I just lost them for reasons. But yeah, I like ThermPro. They treated me well. When I had my smoker, I had one in for ambient temperature. And if I was doing like a chuck roast, smoking a chuck roast, I had one inside the roast so I could keep an eye on the internal temp, so that way there, you know, you don't dry it out and whatnot. But thermometers are your best friend. Get one, please and thank you. You'll give me a huge hug if you see me in somewhere. I know it all. Anyways, so yeah, I got the lamb meatballs. There we go. Trying to keep it G. Got them searing. You can throw them in the oven if you want to. Just, you know, keep an eye on them. Like I said, you don't want to overcook them. You know, you can cook it like steak. Yeah, guys. Ideas. You guys don't hit me up with ideas. I need some. Please and thank you. Gonna try maybe the next live. I'm gonna try it out on YouTube. I'll send out a post on Facebook letting everybody know what time I'll be doing it, kind of like how I used to do it on Facebook. But I want to try out YouTube and see how that goes. I don't know if I can use my camera on my phone to do that. I think I can, but I'll probably do like a test and just play around with it. But yeah, I don't need my glasses on. Let's get rid of those for the light. But yeah, ideas, guys, food ideas. You know, you see all these recipes on Facebook or the internet. You know, if you want me to cook one of them, shout it out to me. You know, I like to cook. I'm pretty sure my taste tester would love that. Of course, she's probably going to get some of this later on. So, yeah, guys. I'll keep you updated on the YouTube thing. What else? Oh yeah, the knife I have in front of me. This Dalstrong. This little sucker's pretty cool. I like it. It's a lot lighter than the chef knife that I have. This is the Gladiator series. This is the 6-inch. I really like the way I can hold it. I've been favoring this a lot, even over my Japanese chef knives. Reason being, I don't have the proper stones to sharpen them. I have stones, but they're kind of crappy, so I had to order some new ones. And I also ordered the diamond stones. This is what you really should use on the Japanese, because it'll help, you know, get it really sharp to the point where, you know, you don't have to touch the tomato and it'll just, you just do this and it'll slice right through it. But if you want a decent, like, little, I don't know, I could call this like a utility knife for the kitchen. I mean, I use it all over the place. I like it. It's pretty neat. The weight, it's, like I said, it's a lot lighter than, I'll get the knife. It's a lot lighter than the chef knife that I have. Like I showed you guys before, this guy. This is the Gladiator series, same thing. I mean, the weight difference, obviously because it's a smaller knife, I like it, it's nice. The thing that I found funny with the two knives though, the tang that goes through is bigger on the 6 versus the 8. I don't know if anybody could see it, but the tang is a lot bigger. The tang meaning this whole metal piece that comes down. This is your bolster, if I remember correctly. I used to watch a lot of stuff on how to like make knives, so I kind of learned a little bit of the terminology. I can't remember, there's a term for the end of the knife as well, but this is your tang that goes through. When you buy knives, you always want to make sure you see that tang going all the way through. If you can't see it, sometimes they go halfway. It's not a good knife. I mean, everybody may think it's a good knife, but not really. It won't last, and I can guarantee you your handle will eventually break over time with accidental, you know, throwing it in the dishwasher and whatnot. Just that's another. I don't know if I expressed that tip with you guys at all, but yeah, you want to make sure you got that tang that goes all the way through. It also shows that it's a good quality knife too, like I was saying. Sweet, so we got these balls going. And you want kind of like pretty much how you do meatballs for spaghetti. Pretty much. It's the same, pretty much the same process. And you know, you can't keep them all next to each other. You know, you got to keep them separated so you don't steam them. Then if you steam them, that will just, yeah. Especially with red meat, it kind of sucks because it'll just make them gummy and tough, and yeah, we don't want that. We want good stuff. The good with our balls. Sorry. So let's see if I can get, yeah, definitely gonna have to turn this pan up. I'm just used to cooking on high heat. So I just cranked it up to about medium high, Smell that rosemary. I can smell that garlic. It's smelling pretty good, guys. I think this one's going to be a good one. I don't know, do you guys want long videos or short videos? Because I try to keep them to like a half hour. I know I was doing like 45 minutes before. I mean, you know, give me some stuff from you guys. Give me your opinions. Half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. I don't care. I like doing this stuff, so it's like it's fun. It gives me something to think about during the week, and you know, helps keep my brain in a good place and not go into those crazy bad places with, you know, worrying. And I'm pretty sure that helps you guys out too when you cook. Yeah, these things are coming along pretty good. Just turn the heat up, like I said. And you want to cook, you pretty much want to cook these like you're cooking meatballs for spaghetti. Except you don't want to like cook them fully through like you would with your ground beef. Now, you get ground beef from a butcher, that's a completely different story because it doesn't have all the red slime in it. So you can make small meatballs like this with the meat from a butcher, and you don't have to cook them all the way through. I mean, you'd probably still have to get that internal temp. I think it's like 130 or something like that, just to be safe. But I mean, yeah, guys, butcher shops, your best friend. I freaking love them. They're awesome. And especially if you get to know your guy well at the butcher, he'll start hooking you up with stuff. He'll start telling you, hey, I got this special thing coming in, you know. And then you can get really good in with them and say, hey, I want to get some Wagyu. That's what I need to get my hands on for you guys. That Wagyu. I know there's a couple of places where I can get it, I think. One of them is Alpine Butcher down in, I think that's the Chelmsford area. You can look them up on Google. It'll show right up. Who else? The Flying Butcher up here for me in Amherst. I know he had it at one point. And it's not cheap. It's like 120 bucks a pound. So, I mean, I think that's why I'll do it first for you guys. That way you guys got like an example to follow. And you pretty much cook Wagyus like if you're cooking filet, you know. Except just the Wagyu's got a lot more fat. It pretty much looks like bacon. Beef bacon. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But yeah, once I can get one of these browned up, I can show you guys. And then after that, I'll post the pics. Like I always, well, I had forgotten a couple of times, and I apologize about that. Yeah, these are coming along pretty good. Yeah, I think you can cook these in the oven too, on a parchment lined cooking sheet. Not a cookie sheet, cooking sheet. Yes, I learned that recently. Yeah, these are coming along pretty good. And, you know, like I was saying earlier, with all jokes aside, you don't want to make them too big because you want them to all cook evenly. And I did make some small ones, and the reason why is those are for taste testing for, you know, flavors. You know, you don't want to give anybody freaking crappy meatballs, you know. But I mean, you can tell when they're pretty good and cooked. They won't be as mushy. They'll be very springy. And this is smelling really good. I can't wait to eat this thing. And the ingredients, guys, you can change up the ingredients to whatever the hell you want. You know, get creative with it. You know, you can change these to chicken. You know, different ingredients and do a Mexican bowl. You know, you could go out, get some chorizo. There's a place on Water Street, downtown Nashua. I cannot pronounce the name of it. It's a small Mexican bodega. I think I've mentioned it before. They're really good. They make their in-house chorizo. And then up the street, on top of the hill, across the street from the church, there's a store called Sky Market. They also make in-house chorizo, but theirs is Brazilian style. And that one, oh, that one's good. The Mexican one is good, but that Brazilian style, man, I tell you what, it's good. It's really good. But yeah, guys, these are cooking up pretty good. I'm getting a good color on them. And now I can probably show you a nice one. But I mean, look at that. That's some good color right there. Remember, guys, everybody always eats with their eyes. I know it's weird to say that, but everybody always eats with their eyes, because if the food looks good, they're going to eat it. If it don't look good, you ain't going to have anybody go near it. But yeah, these are cooking up pretty good. They're actually medium-high heat. If you got numbers, I don't know. I only go 2, 4, 6, and 8, and I got it in between 6 and 8, so 6.5, maybe 7. But yeah, these are looking pretty good, guys. And like I said, I'll post the pic when it's done. I'll post the final. And of course, got that hex clad, baby. Yeah. I know, I probably shouldn't have prepped everything ahead of time like that. That kind of sucks, because then I'm just sitting here yapping my face off, and I don't think you guys want to hear that. Or we could talk about balls. Anyways, guys, these are browning up pretty good. Like I said, you don't want to overcook them, so I'm going to shut them down. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for this. Like I said, I'll post a pic for the final, so you can see how it goes together. And yeah, catch y'all on the next one. See ya.